into the spooky? Do places that are abandoned make you smile? Well, if so, this video is for you. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 4 ghost towns. So let's roll that intro and get right to it. Number 1. St. Elmo. Let's go to Colorado for this one. Nestled between Salida and Buena Vista, this was originally founded in 1880. At its peak, there were about 2,000 people who lived here, all working for gold and silver. It was a pretty poppin' little town back in the day. By 1922, the railroad had pulled out, and with that, pretty much the town went from there. Now you can find this cold, wintry community with only a few residents. It's kind of creepy up there, guys, and nothing is open in the community until summer. At that point, only one store, and that's only so they can rent out ATVs. I was there and no one else was, and it was the weirdest experience ever. For our next adventure, we're going out to Rhyolite in Nye County, Nevada. Now this one is about 120 miles away from Las Vegas, and you'll be driving through the middle of nothingness for a really long time. This adds to the creepiness as you see nothing for miles and miles and miles. This one began around 1905 and at its peak had somewhere between 3,500 and 5,000 people there. They don't really know for sure though. By 1910, the industry of mining had pretty much died off and they started to board up the mines. By 1920, the population had reduced to 0. A visit here is a really interesting one because there are still some pretty large structures. It is maintained by the BLM and they do take care of this area. However, they don't do any preservation or improvement. So you're going to find some things, who knows what condition they will be in. But something unique about this location, there's a privately owned corner just before you enter, and they have created this weird desert art area where there's some very interesting art. This is one that is worth a stop just to see the art, but it has the bonus of the ghost town. Third on our list is Bodie Ghost Town in California. Now, California has been known for a lot of different ghost towns and some really interesting things that are abandoned. But Bodie is the most complete ghost town in the entire state. It is a state park. It lives in a state of arrested decay, which basically means they can't improve anything, but they can make sure that it's structurally sound. This community is immaculate. It is amazing. It looks like something that would be in a movie set. Whenever you go out there, it's really cool. And it's only about 75 miles away from Lake Tahoe and just outside of the Yosemite eastern entrance. So very accessible if you're on vacation. Bodie was originally founded in 1876, and at its peak, there were between 5,000 and 7,000 people who lived in this community. And you can kind of tell that it was a larger community based on the amount of buildings that are still intact. Like I said, it's a pretty good place to visit. But because of that, there's also an admission fee to get into this one. It's $8. Now, unlike a lot of the communities, they also offer tours here. And you can pay an additional fee and tour the old mine, which is a super cool added bonus. However, it's kind of creepy and it's not accessible year-round because they get up to 50 feet of snow in this area, which is part of the reason why it went away. Now let's take it back to Nevada to Nelson. Nelson is located just a short distance outside of Vegas. Formerly known as El Dorado because of its placement in the El Dorado Mountains, this area is historically known as the largest gold strike in the state of Nevada. Some big shoes to fill it didn't last for very long. Once the railroad moved in, water traffic was out, and this town began to shrivel up. Whenever it did, no one really needed anything. However, this is whenever resourceful people turned Nelson into a tourist attraction. Formerly known for the lawlessness which once roamed its streets, now it's more known for the photos that you can take. A series of buildings, old cars, and an abandoned movie set are out at Nelson. 3,000 Miles to Graceland once filmed here and left pieces behind. Now you and your family can come out and take pictures. Sounds like a perfect use of a ghost town, right? But wait, there's more. The old El Dorado mine, you can now go and tour it. For only $15, you can get the first-hand tour from the current owners. And it's a pretty informational tour. That you will get out and adventure as I have and go to some of these ghost towns. Of course, there are tons of others. These are just some of the more easy to access. Now, there are a few things that you need to know before having your own spooky experience. Make sure that you're visiting during operating hours or during daylight hours. Also, whenever you are there, respect the area because these are antiquated buildings and are not the most stable usually. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure that you leave a thumbs up and also subscribe below. I love to see your feedback, so leave comments of where I can go next. If you're interested in seeing other places that I have traveled, make sure that you check out the description box and check out the interactive map. The interactive map shows you all of the places that I've been to and connects you to not only my blog articles, but also videos so that you can plan your next adventure. Bye guys!